What do you know? What do you say? You already know. It's your boy Lucas the Don, TrapAffiliates.inc. Tap into this channel right here if you ain't seen no content and you're interested in the upcoming music we'll be dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe to Lane Stepper TV, you know? And so you guys see the thumbnail. And first off, I want to wish everybody Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? And so yes, this is a New Year's story. This was about, I think it was 2012, you know what I mean? Well, it was the night was 2011, right? Because it wasn't New Year's, it was New Year's Eve. So the next night it would be 2012. So New Year's Eve 2011. Um, Went over to the homie's house. You know, we used to call it the compound. Uh, you know, just because it was where we would go, you know, party around that time, right? Not while I was growing up, but around that time. That's where we would go party, you know. So, you know, a little homie get together. And I remember around this time, this was when I was back and forth. I was always wheeling, you know what I'm saying? It was when I first moved out of the hood, right? But I would wiggle back every month. And you know what I'm saying? I would you know what I mean? I was doing some things and I was, you know, I would have some stuff on me like, you know, coke, ecstasy pills, Molly, fucking you know, all that little type of shit. And I would play with it, you know, especially around the holidays, right? I was I think I was like, you know, you got anybody knows who took ecstasy before, it takes like 3 days to fucking get over the hangover with that shit, right? I feel like shit for like 3 days, right? So I remember the 2 days prior I'd done some ecstasy, right? Next night I had done some coca, right? And then on this particular night, right, I think it was Valium that I popped. You know what I'm saying? I popped some Valiums and I was already fucking had all this other shit in my system, right? And what else? I think it was that and then some lean on New Year's, some Valium and some lean. And I had made some hash oil, right? Out of some, not out of the butane way, but the rubbing alcohol, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't cured all the way. I didn't, you know, I didn't think it through when I made that batch, right? That was just rushed, you know what I'm saying? It was all like runny. Oh man. So I was smoking on that, right? We're all drinking in the night and shit too, mixing all the shit we drank. And nobody would hit it, right? I'd rolled like one of them tarantula blunts. If y'all know them tarantula blunts, try them. They're pretty cool. What you do is you roll a blunt, you rub the outside in hash oil, and then you roll that in broken down tree. It's like broken down tree outside the swisher, right? So I rolled one of those with that hash oil that wasn't cured all the way, right? I just dipped it in there. Wasn't really thinking through it, like you said, you know. And smoking it, right? And we're sitting there for a while, you know. I start feeling weird. I start feeling like my breathing fucking with me. And all of a sudden, I swear to God, I remember what it felt like till this day. Tripped everybody out, tripped me out too. I was scared. All of a sudden, it felt like my heart just dropped, like literally, like it was bouncing off my lungs on the way down, like it just dropped and was bouncing around inside me. I like felt something like do something inside me, you know? So when that happened, I reacted. I was like, oh shit. I literally did that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to catch my body parts or something. And everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck? And I'm not gonna say his name, but my boy at the time he was having his ulcers, you know, I don't know too much about him, but I know he was holding his side. He was like in pain, right? And when I did that, he said it straight, like brought him out of it, like it made it go away. Like what the fuck's going on? He just forgot about it, you know. So that was one thing that was good about it, right? And Everybody's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't fucking know, bro. I need to go to the hospital, right? And I was like, let's go in the car. I need to get some air because it went to my. I remember when I had OD'd off lean before, right? I was on my way to the hospital, but what helped me was on the way there. I was breathing in air. This is the important part of the story, right? The window was down, the wind was hitting my face, and like 20 minutes later, on the way to Antioch John Muir Hospital, it fucking went away. So that went to my head. I was like, let's get in the car and I'm gonna get some air. Well, let's go for a drive. And my brother's like, go lay in the grass. You'll be all right. It's a joke we always talk about, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny. I was like, we think back on it like, what a fucking prick, you know? But he's like, yeah, go lay in the grass. So I'm feeling like shit still. Like my body feels weird, you know, and I'm trying to make it go away. And usually how you make highs go away is you eat, but it doesn't always work, right? So I go into Cuz's refrigerator and grab some milk, start drinking hella milk. It's like everybody's looking at me like the fuck's wrong with this floor. But it starts fucking with me again. And I'm like, oh, grabbing my shit again. I swear, I feel like my body parts were falling inside of me and like bouncing off like my rib cages and shit. It's weird. Never felt that feeling in my life. It was kind of like a grinding feeling, like it kind of hurt, you know. And so I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. Let's go now. And fucking, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy gets me in the car. I'm not gonna say who. And fucking meets up with my mom, right? Instead of taking me straight there, you know, he was probably paranoid. We were kind of young, but somewhat, right? But at the time, I think after all this happened, I was pissed. I think I was pissed about it, but I ain't tripping. Um, so we meet up with my mom, and fucking we're on the way to the Antioch John Muir Hospital, right? And so, like I said, the time before around when I was on my way to the hospital, ODing off lean, I remember feeling better after the window being down to get some air. So on the freeway, it wasn't helping really. So what I was doing, I was leaning all the way out the window on the freeway, like propped up with my hands on the windowsill, like fucking on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? On the way to the hospital, probably looked like funny as fuck, right? But so we get there, and I'm running inside, holding my side, like crouched over, you know, and fucking they probably think I'm shot, right? There's security right there, like, you alright? I was like, I need the emergency. He's like, that way. And they weren't helping me right away, of course, right? There's hella people in there. And it was fucking with me the whole time, you know? But they finally get me in the room and they hook me up to morphine. And I remember my mom's like, why are you guys gonna do that? He's already got all kinds of shit in his system. You guys are gonna kill him. They're like, no, no. I think it was morphine anyway. Maybe it was something else. But they were like, no, it'll be fine. And I'm sitting on there, you know what I mean? And I start feeling a little bit better, right? When I'm waiting on the hospital bed. And fucking, I'm hooked up to the machine so they could hear my heart rate, right? And I look on my phone real quick, and I get a weird ass text from somebody. And I remember this point in my life, you know, there was kind of certain things going on, you know, and I got a weird ass text, and my mom seen the look on my face, right, and fucking heard my heart rate going up, and it started fucking with me again. And just to be clear, it wasn't over no female, right? This was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I get that weird ass text, my fucking heart rate goes up again, and it starts fucking me worse. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, you know, and fucking what made it stop? You guys are probably gonna laugh, right? You know, my baby mama's probably watching too. She's probably gonna laugh. So the nurse that walked in, different nurse I didn't see yet, walked in and fucking she was kind of bad, right? And it went away. I don't know if that's because I made it go away. Like I ain't gonna be no bitch. Like sit here. Like I think I just like tried to toughen myself up real quick and it went away. And I was fine after that. And whatever they had hooked up to me, it kicked in probably too. I don't know. So you know, and that was that. You know, that was that night. And the next day, I'm sleeping, and I guess I was sleeping in a weird ass position. My brother was like, "If I didn't see you move earlier before that, I would have thought you were fucking dead this morning. The way you were laying." I was like, "Damn, fuck," you know what I mean? We're all partying the next day again, you know, and I was like, "Fucking." I think if you look on my channel, there's like a clip of videos. Some of the from that night when I'm wearing the black SF hat and it's like me and the homies fucking around, right? It was from that night. And I was like, yeah, I'm Frankenstein, nigga, in that video, right? It was from that night anyway, but yeah, I'm not. I was little. We still joke about it all the time, right? Homies do that that little move I did, like, oh, like I'm like,